So you now are at this place. You're speaking on stages.
Yeah.
You're a thought leader in this space. You grew your personal brand. I love everything you're doing on the personal brand side of things, pumping out tons of great content. How can people find you anyway?
At Instagram at TJ Tijani, TJ-Tijani.
All right, go check out TJ. You're building this personal brand, and you're teaching other people how to get in the game. But it started off on this oil rig in the middle of nowhere. So how'd you get into the real estate game?
So for me, because I was able to work throughout college and put myself through college, and it was interesting because for me growing up, I wasn't being an immigrant. It is interesting because I didn't get my citizen. I didn't become a citizen until I was 26 years old. But I came to this country when I was 8 years old. And because of that, when you graduate from high school, I got into college, but they wanted me to pay out-of-state tuition because I didn't have papers, right? And so for me, it was like I went and talked to one of the guys one of the deans that came and visited my high school. And I said, man, hey, look, my mom told me not to tell people about our situation, right? But I really want to go to school, but we can't do out-of-state fees because I got into every college I applied to because I was top 5% of my class. And so he said, man, I've never talked to anybody so ambitious. Come meet me up. He gave me a form. I went to go get it notarized. I brought it back to him. And 2 weeks later, I was granted in-state tuition at the University of Houston. So, which was awesome, but that was like half the battle. So now the other battle is how the heck I'm still going to pay for college. And so then after that, I got in. I went up and talked to the people at the financial aid office. The people at the financial office said, hey, here's what we can do for you. You owe tuition before we can even register for classes. But what we can do is we can defer your tuition payment to the end of the semester. And I said, well, what does that look like? And they said, well, you just have to pay interest on it. And I said, well, how much is the interest? They said 5% interest. Me being a math guy, I knew that wasn't that bad. So I said, okay, defer it. Right now, can you defer it while I'm here in front of you? So she deferred it, and that's how I was able to get registered for classes. And so then I went to every single mall, every McDonald's, every Burger King. I went to the JCPenney's, every store in every mall, hitting them with the same exact 30-second elevator speech. I'm not supposed to talk about this, but here's my situation. Can you give me an opportunity just to work? I don't care what I got to do. I just want to earn some money. One guy at a foot action store said, you know what? I can't pay you on salary plus commissions like I do everybody else, but I can put you on just commissions. If you're willing to do that and work your butt off, then you'll be able to, you can work here. I said, listen, I'll take it. So I started selling shoes at the store, and became the best salesman that they had. And at the time, whenever Jordan retros came out, people would line up around these malls for shoes. And so I had about 5 faithful customers that would pay me every month. When a pair of Jordans came out, they would pay me $500 just to hold the shoe. It did not go towards the cost of the shoe. Just to hold it for them so they don't have to stand in line was $500. So I was making an extra $1,500 to $2,000 a month just from that alone. And so the money I was making from shoes, then I would clean up and I would buy all the Jordan apparels, all the Nike apparels. I would clean them up. I would buy them for like about 5 cents on the dollar because I applied my discounts. And I would take them back to the dorm rooms and sell them. I was actually wholesaling these. I was selling for because they were retail for $60, I was selling for $30. So doing that, holding shoes for people, being on the sales floor, I was making pretty decent money, $4,000 to $5,000 a month, working at this foot action store, being paid under the table. And so this is literally how I was able to put myself through college, put the money away, and I paid my own way through college that way. And I was able to graduate, got my engineering degree, worked in oil and gas, and then got into real estate because I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, and that's how I got turned on to it, brother.
Dude, the hustle is real. I love it.